Hello and welcome to Farmstead MTG. So I've traveled to Denmark. I'm bringing my Kalle curve deck. I don't have a picture for my opponent's deck, and I just did a deck tech about my deck. So let's just jump right in to game number one. Game number one. Okay, it's speed to the left. Let us see. Ooh, I see a library of Alexandria. There's a volcanic island. There's a Black Lotus, a factory, a Serra Angel, a lightning bolt. That's a snap keep. And here my opponent's hand. Sinkhole and sword. So he has some answers for the library. And often when you keep a library hand, it can be vulnerable. And there was a strip mine. So I didn't get a card for this library. I draw another volcanic, so I can cast a lightning bolt. There's a Savannah line for my opponent. So easy use of the lightning bolt. Draw a factory. So now I can play the Mock, the Lotus, and play the Angel. And hope my opponent doesn't have a Sword of Plowshare. But we've seen that he have one, so boo-hoo. So I get 4 life, and he passed the turn, and he didn't play a second land. So that's interesting. So I attack for 2, and I pump him, so I do 3 damage. There's a mana drain. That's perfect. So now I can attack for 3 again, and I have a mana drain backup. Come on, don't show that you have it. Okay, so I use a mana drain. I think perhaps I could save it there, because I can still attack for 2 next turn, and I have a mana drain backup. Okay, so I have a Sword of Plowshare in my hand, but no white mana. There's a Fallow Stone. So then Animox, and I can attack for 4. So the beatdown plan is working. Still no white for that sword. Sinkhole on one of the factories. So my opponent is down to 9. Ooh, and there's a time walk. That's nice. So I can take another turn. Another factory, so now I can attack for 3 again, puts him down to 4. And my last card is still that Sword of Plowshare. Sinkhole on the factory. Ooh, a Suchi. So should I play the Suchi, or should I just keep attacking? That is the question. He has a disenchant, so I shouldn't play the Suchi. Oh, of course, he could have disenchanted my factory, so I guess it's fine to play it. But will he do it now and go down to 3? Yes, he will. So disenchanting my Suchi. And there's a Hypnotic Spectre. Ooh, and a copy artifact. That's a good draw. So now I can make a copy of my factory. That is super awesome. So now my opponent has to jump block because I can do 3 damage. So things are going great. And so he asks about the copy. It's a factory. And the copy artifact on a factory is always a bit confusing. I think my opponent was pretty new to old school, and he has borrowed this deck. Tapping 4 mana, going down to 2. Playing an Armageddon. Alright. Still have my 2 Moxes. And there's a Soul Ring. Still holding that Sword to Plowshare. So my opponent can tap his Fellow Stone for mana, because I need a land that can produce colors. So that's why I'm not playing my City of Brass here. But if I draw something I can cast, I will of course play it, like that Serra Angel. Regrowth. That is cool. Is there some burn spells? Is there yeah, there's a lightning bolt there. So take the lightning bolt. Oh wow. Took the Black Knight. No, I took Black Lotus and played Serra Angel. That was a bad play. I could have gone for the lightning bolt. My opponent is at 2 life. Now if you have a sword, he can just remove it. And I get away with it, and I take game number 1. So let's talk sideboarding. So it looks like my opponent is playing a black and white deck with a lot of land destruction and the good white removal and some fast aggressive creatures. So since I'm playing against white, I like to take in my 2 sages. They're great against all the good removal, so I can sacrifice my artifacts in response to removal. I did only see small creatures. We saw lions and hypnotic specters and factory, but I'm a bit afraid of some bigger creatures like Serra Angel or Senju Vampires or something like that. So I'm taking out 2 of my red burn spells and taking 2 Sword to Plowshares. At least it's not a big mistake. Since he has a lot of land destruction, I'm cutting 1 counter spell. It's kind of hard to get blue, and I'm on the draw, so it's even harder now. If I lose the second match, I'll do some adjustments with those counter spell and the copy. I think the copy is perhaps a mistake to cut here, because that can be a mox, and if your opponent is a land destruction deck, I think it's stupid to take out the copy. So that's how I sideboarded. So let's go to game 2. Okay, game number 2. I've already mulliganed. So this is my second hand. There's a Plateau, Tundra, Factory, Angel Sushi, a Mind Twist, and a Wheel. So I think my game plan here is to go for the Wheel. And I don't have black mana for my Mind Twist, so I am removing it. And if I'm going to cast a Wheel, there's not any good reason to Mind Twist my opponent for 2 and then give him 7 cards with a Wheel of Fortune. So not a great starting hand, but it has a game plan. And there are 3 lands, and that's important when you're playing against land destruction. My opponent is on the play, starts with a scrubland. And I'm playing my factory first because I'm afraid of removal and I don't want my colored sources to get destroyed. And there is a sinkhole. Here comes the plateau. Next turn I can cast Demonic Tutor. Ooh, and there's a strip mine. And he casts a Fellow Stone as well. Let's play a Tundra and see if that can stick. So my opponent has 4 mana now. Another Fellow Stone. Okay. That's good. So here I'm playing my City of Brass, casting Demonic Tutor. So the go-to card is of course Ancestral. Yeah. I could have gone for the Black Lotus into a Wheel of Fortune. I was thinking a bit about that also. And then Mind Twist. So the Lotus into a wheel would have been the better choice, but yeah. And the Ancestral is gone, and my creatures. I think I've kept my Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune is still there. And here's a balance, and here I only have 2 lands, and he has 1 card. So if I cast balance here, I could take out 2 of his lands. But I've chosen not to, because I'm greedy and I want him to play another land and perhaps a creature, and then instant regret. So yeah, that's how I felt it a couple of times in this day. I have an option, I can do A or I can do B. I chose A and it's like instant regret, Armageddon, Mind Twist, boom. But yeah, it's good to have those recording, so we can watch it together and learn. Don't be greedy with your balance. So now I have 2 mana. I can cast my Sage. There are like 5 lines of text on him, but tap him, sacrifice an artifact, draw a card. So I have a Psionic Blast, Save Angel, Balance, and Wheel. So he is attacking. What is he doing? Okay, so he attacked for 2 and then played a Hypnotic Spectre. And I don't have a 3rd land. That's really bad. Because the Spectre is going to eat my hand. Also so weird to hold my hand in that way. So 1 card, And there goes the balance. I was thinking about jump blocking here with a Sage and then cast balance, but he didn't attack with his factories. And I knew Armageddon. So respond. Taking out our fellow stone. Oh boy. Those land destruction decks can be so brutal when they're working. So I can at least trade with Lion. That's good. Take 2 damage and I have to discard a card. And he took the Psionic Blast. And Chaos Orb. Not what we need. Once again, attacking. I'm going down to 5. The Chaos Orb is gone. Ooh, a Mox. I can play that. A Mind Twist. Oh, and a counter spell. This is not going very well. Okay, last draw. Is there anything? Our regrowth. That's not what we need. Scoop. So it's 1-1. Game 3. Let's do this. Okay. So a factory, Sarah Angel, Volcanic Island, copy artifact. So this is not a great hand. I'm on the play, so I can probably get a time walk off. Not a great hand. I'm not sure. Maybe I should have mulliganed that hand. Because I don't have white mana. I have that time walk play, but if that doesn't give me a Tundra or something, it is pretty bad. I can of course play the strip mine here and activate my factory and play a copy. But I still lack colored mana. So here I'm... Ooh. Not going for the copy artifact. Attacking instead. I think the best play here would have been making a copy of my factory and do some factory beatdown. And then the factory is gone. Instant regret. So now I can't make a... No, I can't play my copy artifact. So this match is really frustrating. Because so many of my choices end up being wrong. There's a Black Knight. I have a Bolt for that one. Ooh, some white mana. That is good. So I have 2 Sarah Angels. Pretty far away from casting those. Okay, so I can make a copy of my white Mox. So if I draw another land next turn, I can start playing my Angels. Just gotta dodge some removal. Tapping double black. And my volcanic is gone. And now I only have 2 white mana and a colorless. And a disenchant for my Mox. Wow. I was so close to casting Sarah Angel here. But things turned for bad. Top deck a counter spell. Okay, I have a balance. Think we learned a lesson earlier about not being greedy. I hope I'm casting it. I think my opponent has 3 cards, so I'll have to discard 1 card. But yeah, come on, do it. Giving it a good think, and there's the balance. So my opponent need to sacrifice 3 lands, and I need to discard 1 card. I have 2 angels and a counter spell. I discard 1 angel, and I keep the counter spell and the sword. And he have a City of Brass. Was hoping to mana screw him here. Tapping some mana. Demonic Tutor, and he passed the turn. At least he did a hand wave. Oh, a strip mine. Yeah, that was a smart pickup with a Demonic Tutor. So now I'm stuck with 1 Mox Pearl. There's a Tundra. No, strip mine again. No, Sinkhole this is called. Ooh, there's a Time Twister. Only 2 more mana and I can cast it. What could go wrong? Soul Ring for my opponent. Lightning Bolt for me. 1 Mox Pearl in play. Divine Offering. I'm down to 0 permanents. Playing against land destruction is so frustrating. But I can't complain. I'm playing with all the restricted cards, and my opponent is playing with unpowered budget deck. So I'm the bad guy in this match. So, but I have to complain, of course. But it's cool to see a budget deck take out a tier 1 deck. But this is not the start I wanted to this tournament. And now the Spectre is eating. Okay, good. Another land. Just 1 more land and I can shuffle everything back and draw 7 cards and perhaps go off. I saw the Blowsher on the Spectre. That is good. Take 2 damage. I'm down to 10. Can I top deck a 3rd land? No. That's a Sage. Okay. And there's a Sword of Blowsher on him. But I kind of feel that I can do this if I get another mana here. Oh yes. Oh no, I thought it was a Time Twister. It was a Psionic Blast. Sorry. I'm screwed. Okay. The Psionic Blast can take care of the factory at least. And after that, my opponent is tapping some mana and cast Armageddon. And I'm back with 1 Mox. There's a Fellow Stone. I can't cast it. Savannah Line. And a City of Brass. A Mind Twist. This match is like kind of like building up, kind of feel like he could do something now, and just knocked down. And there's a Serra Angel. I just have to pass the turn and finish me. And it's over. GG. Oh my. That was a terrible start to a tournament. Losing to land destruction is feels so bad. As I said previous in the match, he's playing a budget deck and play fully powered, so I have no right to complain, but land destruction is really annoying. And I did a couple of horrible plays, or at least I felt like there was like you can play the balance now or wait a turn, and I decided I'll just wait a turn, and then it was like Armageddon, instant regret. And that makes me a little bit tilty. Yeah, I felt kind of off. You know, some days you're really on point and you're like in the zone, but here it's something that perhaps it was the drinking. I did have a couple of beers early on, but having that second camera, I never played this setup, it felt a bit off, and sometimes things are not working very well. You get the like feeling, what should I do? I have to play a land, I play this land, and I was like, no, why did I play that land? I should have played the other land. So that's kind of how I felt the first rounds. So yeah, but it makes more thing to talk about, and showing some bad plays also. So not the start I wanted, but hey, that's how it goes. Yeah, that was it for me today. You should like this video, even if I suck. And you should subscribe if you haven't, and make a comment. Tell me all the bad plays and the good ones, and just say hi. I love to hear from you guys. So until next time, goodbye.